Welcome to the Picture Perfect-ish podcast, where we talk photography, client tips, small business wisdom, and the real life chaos that sometimes wanders into the frame. I'm Dallas, photographer, mom, and chaos coordinator. Each episode, I'm giving you bite-sized tips to make your photos, your sessions, and your sanity just a little bit more picture perfect-ish. Let's dive in. Hi, this is Dallas, and welcome back to the Picture Perfect-ish podcast. Thank you so much for coming back. I think this is episode 3. So today, when I'm recording this, it's right before Christmas, right before New Year's. So I wanted to make a quick podcast about my vision board for 2026. So I quit doing resolutions because one, I think it's harder to give up stuff. I think it's better to set better intentions and to start the year on a positive note. So for 2026, the first vision board that I did was just like a fun, really overall vision board. But now that I've done it, I really want to go in and do it for all the pillars of my life. But today we'll just talk about the first one that I did. So my first one is full books. This year for 2026, I want to go all in. I want full books. I want all the client relationships. I can't wait to spend time with my clients and to love on them and to capture the beautiful seasons of their lives. I'm on fire right now. I can't wait to dive all in. I'm so excited. So, full books. Number 2, I would like to read more. I used to be a lot better reader, but in the last year, life has just not let me read as much as I would like to. So I'd really like to pick that back up. If you have any fiction, fantasy recommendations, I would like to get some of those, have them be sent my way. That's not normally my genre, but I'm trying to try new things. So send them my way. Number 3, hikes. So in 2024, we went to Glacier National Park to hike, and it was top of the bucket list. I don't know if anything is going to compare or compete with that, but in 2026, I really want to get back outdoors, even just locally, and get back into the habit of going on regular hikes. Number 4, I want to find some gluten-free meals. I've had some health problems this year, and I learned I'm allergic to wheat, gluten, nuts. So I am desperate to find some really tasty gluten-free recipes in 2026. So if you have any, please send them my way. I'm hungry. Okay, I want to sew more. I used to do a lot of fun stuff with my sewing machine. I'm not a professional by any means, but I'd really like to pick it up, and I'd really like to learn how to quilt because that's like a generational hobby for my family. I'd really like to learn how to quilt in 2026. Okay, painting. I love to paint. I'm not that great at it, but there's something about it that's just this creative release for me that's no pressure. And it's just really fun. I like to paint all the things. So, more painting for 2026. Okay, more nature photography. I love nature photography. I love to take photos of gardens. I love to take photos of flowers, of tiny creatures. I love butterfly photos, all those things. So I'm going to try to carve out some time this year to get some more of that for my portfolio. Okay, this probably is like weighted more. This is more at the top. I really want to work on more present family time in 2026, especially with like these and the hustle culture and busy schedules. I feel like life never slows down. So in 2026, I want to set aside more intentional time to just really be present with my family, no distractions. I haven't done a great job at that this year, and I really think it's something I can work on. And okay, my last thing I wrote down a couple months ago was that I wanted to start a podcast. And here we are. So, check. So, this vision board is a little dated, but now I'm just so much more encouraged. I think I'm going to go back in and make a vision board for each pillar of my life. I saw where some people were making them for their faith, like goals and like ways they want to grow in their faith this year. Health, for my health, my family's health. I have lots of goals for that. For myself individually, I have a lot of goals for myself, and I really like to grow and push myself and just never stop learning. So I'm going to go back and do another vision board for myself. I'm going to do a vision board for my family. I think that would be so fun. I think if I had a family vision board, it would be like fun things that I want us to do as a family this year, ways I want us to grow as a family this year. I really like the concept of the vision board, and I haven't really done it before. I've done resolutions before, but that usually doesn't make it past January or March. So I'm really hoping that this is going to help me get excited and look ahead to the new year with hope. And I hope that this encourages you to do that. I think that writing down your dreams and your goals is really important, because if you never write them down, it's going to be really hard to reach them. It's going to be really hard to know which direction you're trying to go. If you write them down, you know which direction you're heading. Even if you don't actually meet them, you're headed in the right direction. So, if you have any ideas for vision boards, or if you have any fun stuff on your vision board for 2026, I would love to hear it, because I could always use some extra inspiration. So, send it to me. Make sure you send it my way. Okay, photo tip of the episode, I would say, if you're taking photos of small children, especially if there's more than one, on your iPhone, always use live photo mode. Because if you do a live photo, it captures a bunch of stills back to back. So you can go back in and change the key photo, I think is what it's called. And you can go back through there and find the one where everybody's looking. I'm going to have to make an Instagram reel and a TikTok for you guys to show you how to do that, because once I learned how to do that, game changer. Especially with my 7-year-old and almost 1-year-old. So I will have to work on that for you guys. Well, that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for spending some time with me and listening once again to the Picture Perfect-ish podcast with Dallas. See you next time. Thank you for listening to Picture Perfect-ish. If you learned anything, laughed, or feel even a little bit more prepared for your next session, make sure you hit follow and subscribe, because there's so much more to come. See you next time.